Hello everyone, my name is Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. Today we are going into episode 45 of our season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. Today we're going to try to finish off our sales run. We did start at the beginning of at the end of last episode. When we started it, we had 682,769.5 coins. So we're going to finish that up and see where we wind up. We're also going to be going on a mine run to try and get some more iron. We'll also be working towards finding at least one more male producer and one more male farmer, and trying to get some market stalls up and possibly some people to man those as well, and homes for the staff. But if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. I don't remember if we were headed for Lesnica or Tukti, to be completely honest. I'm going to say probably Lesnica. And if I get the hiccups, guys, I'm sorry. I ate really, really fast because I got home with like 8 minutes before stream was supposed to start. So we have Denica left, and I think that's it. I'll check Gastovia as we roll through, because I think we started in Gastovia, though. I think we did the same path we did last time. Well, let's look at our money. How much do we earn? So we started out at, I have it written down, 682,769.5, and we now have 720,939.2. No, we missed at least one town, probably two. Because that's only 38,000 and some change. Whoa. Oh. Well, the horse took a little damage there. He decided to Superman. Oh, here comes some more. Oh, maybe not. You don't stop here. There's wolves in the area. Come on, Steve. Or Winnie. This one's Winnie, not Steve. Oh wow, I got some air off of that one. I'm surprised I didn't take fall damage. It's unfortunate that we flew so far though, because it's going to take a little while to get back to the horse. That's a clip, he says. Come here, Winnie. I'm not mad. I just want you to come over here so I can get back on you. I'm a little disappointed with this run. That first day we got 50,000. The second time we got like 45,000. And this time so far we're only at 38,000. And I'm pretty sure there are only 3 vendors in Denica. So we're looking at like a max of 6,000. Couple bags it looks like. Okay, so let's see what the total is now. So we went 682,769.5 and 726,028.8. So 43,000. It's only slightly less than last time. I feel like it's going down though, because it was 50 grand the first season, then it was 45, and now it's 40. Well, 43. But I feel like it is slowly decreasing, and I wonder if it's because we're not giving them any time to recoup their coinage. I mean, I'm not going to, but I don't know. We'll have to see if it maintains or if it jumps back up. Because I know there is some RNG around how many coins they have. Like, they have a set low and a set high, and they'll wind up somewhere in between. I don't know exactly what those numbers are, but just from dealing with merchants as much as we have, we've been able to see that that is a thing. And we're definitely going to work on trying to get more still fields up, but I want to get... And there are a couple... Oh, that's right. We had a couple of villages up here that I didn't actually check for people. We did check Tukti. I remember going back to check Tukti. But I think we skipped Branica and Baranica. We sold stuff, but we didn't check for people because I was in a sale mood, or sale mindset. So let's see if they've got any people that we can scam for farmers. I think we still need a male producer as well. We are also going to want to start looking for diplomats. If we're already consistently cleaning out the valley, and we've done it every season for a year, so I'm pretty sure that we're not going to have a time where we don't clean out the valley. That's what I thought. And as we add more fields, that's going to get worse. We're going to have to add, whatchamacallums to it. Market stalls to the build as well. I was kind of hoping Alex would be around, because he already actually started converting his village, and I wanted to see how he was doing on it. Because he didn't want to wait until we discovered whether or not it worked, so he went ahead and started it on his own. And then, did you guys catch the bit where, when we were doing the pricing that I did last season, I actually screwed up. I forgot to check everything that doesn't require technology to unlock. So the leather is not actually the simple shoes. The leather is actually the simple bags. It's a barely an increase, but it is an increase. I feel like we're pretty well diversified. At this point, the only way that we can really earn more money is through fields. Or possibly throwing up some more mines. But, I feel like we started out with the most profitable items, which... it's not going to soak all of your villagers' time. And then we worked our way backwards down profitability. There are some things that we could do to eke out just a little bit more, but I think we're doing okay. And since we're cleaning out the valley and having leftover materials to begin with, I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. We definitely need more market stalls, that's for sure. But we also need viable villagers to run them. Oh, I forgot to check for people coming off maternity leave at the start. Yep, there we go. And that's a vendor. Excellent. Alright, so we already replaced her. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build another food stall over in the new village. And we will employ her there. I also want to fix our living quarters for our farmers, because I feel like we have some that are crossing over that shouldn't be. So we're going to need one more house out here for the fourth field, and then I'm going to have to adjust our people. Because I think all of our farming buildings have somebody in them. Nope, we do still have one empty farm shed. Stone for houses. Got 12 8x8 fields. Nice. And 14 6x2 orchards. Wow. Okay. That's kind of a hell of a setup for year 6, man. You're coming along. I don't think we can fit a house here. I don't think there's enough room. We might have to downgrade it. Yeah, there's no way. Can we even get a tier 2 here? No. So that's a thing. And we got to spend several days there. The halftime show was awesome. That was super cool. The 7-mile parade in the middle of summer in maroon and black wool uniforms was not so cool. That sucked so hard. But we got to go to Busch Gardens and a couple other places while we were there, so it was kind of fun. And I don't know if it was the time of year that we hit it or what, but that stretch of the coast was not super nice. Yeah, I did recalculate firewood. The problem is I did it during fall, which means we might have to refill it one more time ourselves. But I think we're good now. I recalculated everything at the start of last episode. Unfortunately, you have to do it fairly frequently. Nice place to visit, but you just didn't like it. Fair enough. Yeah, unfortunately, as you level with everybody, you have to constantly recalculate it until everybody's up to 10. The swampy land and the types of stuff out there that can jack you up. Yeah. Although, to be fair, Arizona was like that, too. Maybe not so much the swampy, but that was one of the things that I learned very quickly living in Arizona is everything in the desert is trying to kill you. The sun, the plants, the animals, the insects, everything in the desert is trying to kill you. And some of it actively. Some of it's passive, like the cactus. Well, that's not entirely fair either, because some cactus will actually launch. But for the most part, there's passive threats, and there are very, very active threats. But yeah, the entire desert is really out to get you. Alright, how close is it to sundown? Very true. I picked out a cactus for days, because I went through a bunch of those. You worked all over the states in the pipelines? Yeah. Well, and prickly pear are like the most dangerous, because they don't launch at you, and they're not really a problem like teddy bear choya or anything like that, but they will punch straight through a work boot if you step on one. That's where the danger with prickly pear lies. And they're so small and low to the ground that you're not going to see it until you feel it. Unless you're really, really looking for them. And teddy bear choya, they call that because they have so many needles they look like they're furry. And I accidentally rode a dirtbike through one time. Through a patch. That was super bad. That was super, super bad. It took like an hour and a half to get them all out of me. I did miss, though, there's one thing that I will say for humidity, as uncomfortable as it can be on your skin, it makes the scents in the air so much more rich. As in the dry and the cold, you really don't smell that much. But here, being home with all the humidity and the plant life and whatnot, there's always new smells coming to you, and it's really nice. It feels more alive. I know realistically and intellectually that it's not any more alive or dead than anywhere else, but it just smells and feels more alive. That's why you cheated on this build? I don't blame you, man. I really don't. Well, I mean, Season 2, we turned off craft time for stream reasons. I probably would have done XP as well, but it would have made the game much, much, much shorter. Like, we'd already be on to something else at this point. Alright, let's go sleep. And then we will go and get that other clay patch that we found. Oh, and especially with work, like I adore this game, and it is a slow burn game. So it does require a lot of time commitment. And if you're working, there's Like, you have to do something. Otherwise, though, like, you'll be playing this game for years just trying to keep up with people that play it, you know, daily. I will say, though, that my metric for games is I have to get at least an hour of playtime. You used 7 days for the first one. Oh, man! That's even worse! Oh. Yeah, the default's 3. But my metric for games is I have to get at least an hour per dollar that I paid for it. That is my rule for whether or not the game was worth the money to me. And I have to say that this game is definitely worth the money. We've gotten so many more hours than what it costs. That's why I tend towards a lot of RPGs, too. Because they tend to meet that metric in spades. Not for a scavenger like me. Alright, fair enough. Because, well, we are going to have a lot of... It'd be cool if you could fill up a house with stuff like you could in Elder Scrolls, right? I think the first game I ever played where you could actually set up stuff that was persistent, that wouldn't disappear, you know, after a certain amount of time or after you zoned out and back in, was Divine Divinity. You could actually buy a house in the main city, and you could put your excess coin piles and the gems, when you set them down, glowed whatever color the gem was. They glowed that light around it. So I would put piles of coins that would just shine white light, and then gems strategically to light it with a bunch of different colors around the house. It was super cool. Because I had so much crap and I didn't need any more gold, so... That game was really fun. The banter in that game was phenomenal.
Hello there.
The gameplay was chunky and could have been better in parts, but the storytelling and the voiceovers and the character interactions were just absolutely riotous. It was a fantastic game. I especially liked that it was one of the earlier games that didn't subscribe to an archetype. You could start, well, you had to pick an archetype to start, but you could pick skills from any of the archetypes, so you weren't locked to a rogue just because you started as a rogue. I had a tendency to start as a rogue and then shift into mage, because the rogue's starting stats and skills were things that I wanted straight out the gates for the first village that you started in, and then after that I would gravitate to the stuff that I wanted for a later game. But it was a really solid game. I very much enjoyed it. The second one was not as good. It wasn't garbage by any means, but it wasn't as good as the first one. The first one was awesome. The gameplay was better in the second one, but they really dropped the ball on the story and the character interaction. You know, I think we still need to upgrade the sewing hut. We might be able to hit that up to tier 2, or tier 3 rather, which would be nice because that'll let us slot another person in there, but we're not making hats out of it anymore, so I don't know that that's... I mean, we're still making hats, we're just doing it ourselves instead of having them do it. So I don't know that that's going to be the most effective use of time, but yeah, it's all logs and stone. So we're really struggling with farmers getting to where we need them in time, so I think this will be a good way to help balance that a little bit. And as nice as it is to have people making fertilizer in the barn, we can do that fast enough ourselves. So I would like to make sure that the fields are manned, especially because that's going to take more of our time than making fertilizer will. The harvesting we obviously want to do ourselves, but as far as the planting and the manuring and the hoeing go, I don't want to have to do that myself. Well, there's zero benefit for us doing that ourselves. Okay, who are you? You are Zygmunta. And do you live here? No. Who lives here? A cook and a mother. So who's here? Nobody. So we're going to put Zygmunta here, actually. And then we're going to move her in here. Alright, that's going to take forever to get down to the Z's. I try to have men doing the jobs that I don't want to replace. Yes, we were trying to do that, but it started to get cramped very quickly. Alright, now her husband is also a farmer. And I'm kind of curious as to where Otmar is assigned. And I'm wondering if it's over here. Are you Otmar? You are. So, Otmar, there's a house there, and you don't live in it, so we're actually going to put you down here. Since you will officially be in the closest house to this location. And then we're going to find up here, who's living here? A cook and a mother. We really need a farmer. So we need a farmer to send there, and then we need a farmer over there for there. And I would prefer to put the males on the field and put females in the barn. So who are you? You're Wilburga. I don't know where Wilburga lives. Please? Oh! Fantastic. Wilburga, you now work here, lady. I went too far on the other path. Woo! Dodging trees like a champ there. Sorry, Stesso. Didn't take a header there. That one earlier kind of made up for it, though. Oh, Season 1 we actually built right here. Like, all the way down to up against the creek and then up through here. We can actually go scope it out because it's not that far from us. It's amazingly flat and very wooded. And it's a really pretty area, and I really liked it. And it's central to the map, so it's relatively easy to get to every town. I don't hate where we're at, I really like that place. It's like we had our stables were out here between the two hills. And then we had our crafting area through here into a T. And then our fields were back over on this side. And all of our housing was over on this side, all the way over to the hill. And then stacking backwards going towards the lake. But it's like an amazingly flat and very large area to get pretty much everything you want into it. I really think this would be a good idea for a spot to build the crap ton of fields like we're trying to do. It's, we're kind of stuck between short bursts of super activity and then just kind of waiting on time so we can live the chilled, laid-back lifestyle, just kind of hang out. There you are. Alright, we are coming up on the season change, And for one, spring is going to be a lot of work because all of the rye is going to come due, and that's 7 fields worth of harvesting that we're going to have to do. But also, I have a thing that I need to take care of before I go to bed because I promised somebody I would. So we're probably going to stop here since it's almost time for the season change, and that'll put us in a really good spot. It looks like we can more or less go to bed now, so that will put us in a really good spot to start the stream Friday by tripping the season immediately and doing the rye fields and going from there. So I think that's what we will do. We will go ahead and stop here for the night, unfortunately, guys. It's just a really good stopping spot, and it's only about 10 minutes off, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, we made some money. We didn't make as much as I was hoping. I was hoping we'd get to 750, and we didn't. We only made it to 743,000. Let's see if there's any more coins we can scam. Coinage? No? Alright, well, it is what it is. But yeah, so we're in a great spot. We will we'll sleep first thing next stream and go and harvest the fields, process that stuff, and get it going for sale. We're in a great way. We should be at least 750,000 by the end of next stream because we have plenty to sell, even though we won't be seeing immediate returns from that. Oh no, dude. Don't worry about being chatty, James. I absolutely love it when you guys are interactive. You have nothing to be sorry for. But yeah, so if you learned anything useful tonight, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys, and we will catch you next time, probably Friday. Thanks for watching. And James, if you want, yeah, feel free to join the Discord. I mean, we chat in there sometimes too. So if you ever just need to talk to somebody, just drop something in the Discord, and if anybody's on, I'm sure they'll say hey.